Does he not upset at the beginning or before introducing
Sorry for the musical chairs. So with the introductions, you can just,
After finish photo.
Photographers, please.
بس بعد ما تخلصوا اعطونا مجال يا اخوتوا بعد اذنكم للفيديو.
Photographers, please.
اذا سمحتوا. يلا فايد. احنا معاكم اساتذه.
Okay, good morning everyone.
لف احمر هاي شو تصورين شهادة الموبايل؟
Thank you all for being here at the Dubai International Boat Show press conference. Before we begin, may I please ask that mobile phones are turned to silent. Thank you. We have an esteemed panel of speakers from the region's maritime industry here today as we look ahead to the opening of the 26th Dubai International Boat Show at our new temporary location at the Dubai Canal. It's my pleasure to introduce the panel to you. We are honoured to have His Excellency Syed Harab with us, Secretary General of Dubai Sports Council and Senior Advisor to the Dubai International Boat Show. Mr. Mahir Abdul Karim Jofar, Senior Vice President Venue Services Management at Dubai World Trade Center, and Mr. Erwin Bamps, CEO of Gulfcraft, Mr. Sultan Al-Shali, Member of the Board of Directors at Al-Shali Marine, Mr. Greg Stinner, CEO of Art Marine, and Ms. Trixie Lombard, Senior Vice President, Events Management at Dubai World Trade Center. Each of our speakers will say a few words, and after we've heard from them all, we'll open the floor to a few short questions. I will now hand you over to Mr. Mahir Abdul Karim Jofar.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Can everyone hear me? Okay, that's good. أصحاب السعادة أيها الحضور الكريم، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. في البداية طبعا أود أن أشكر الصحفيين والإعلاميين على الحضور والدعم المستمر لأجندة فعاليات مركز البيت التجاري العالمي، كما أود أن أشكر المتحدثين اليوم وهم نخبة من صناع قطاع القوارب واليخوت العالمية. طبعا يشرفني اليوم أن أرحب بشخصية مهمة، هو أكبر رموز الرياضات البحرية ليس على مستوى الإمارات فقط بل على مستوى العالم. له باع طويل وخبرة مميزة في الرياضات البحرية والقوارب. شكرا لسعادة السيد حارب. واحنا صغار كنا نشوفها. كما تعلمون ينتقل المعرض هذا العام إلى موقع جديد وفريد على قناة دبي المائية، فيما يشهد موقعه المعتاد في نادي دبي الدولي الرياضي للرياضات البحرية أعمال تطوير. وبهذه المناسبة أتوجه بشكر خاص لميراث وميدان على استضافتهما لمعرض هذا العام. لقد أصبحت دبي رائدة في عالم الحياة البحرية على الصعيد العالمي، ومع المشاريع البحرية العديدة قيد الإنشاء نعمل على إنشاء واجهة جديدة رائعة لعشاق الحياة البحرية في العالم. وسيكون الموقع الجديد في جميرة مقرا لمعرض دبي العالمي للقوارب حتى عام 2020. موعد انتهاء أعمال التطوير على موقعه الجديد الدائم في دبي هاربر. وخلال هذه الفترة يتخذ المعرض موقعا فريدا في قلب أحد أهم مشاريع الملاحة المزدهرة في قناة دبي المائية، ليستعرض في مجموعة من أفخم اليخوت من مختلف أنحاء العالم. ويستضيف المعرض هذا العام 845 شركة وعلامة تجارية تنتمي لأكثر من 61 دولة، بما فيها الدول المشاركة لأول مرة منها بيلاروسيا، جيبوتي، اندونيسيا واسكتلندا. وتشهد الدورة المقبلة من المعرض 43 إطلاقا جديدا. وفي هذا العام يقدم معرض دبي العالمي للقوارب لزواره في الموقع الجديد عددا غير مسبوق من الفعاليات الترفيهية، مع ساحة شاطئية هي الأوسع منذ انطلاق المعرض، وتواجد شخصيات رياضية معروفة، واستراحة نيكي بيتش، ومعرض الفنون البحرية، ومعرض الشرق الأوسط للغطس، ومنصة السيارات الفاخرة، وإضافة إلى العديد من الرياضات المائية وتجارب الإبحار. ويتيح المعرض لزوار هذا العام فرصة لتجربة مسابقة بناء القوارب التي تقدمها شركة آرت مارين، بالإضافة إلى إمكانية تعلم الكثير عن الرحلات البحرية من خلال فعاليات ممتعة ترعاها شركة إيدن لليخوت. وستقوم شركتي ريد بول وواتر كول الإمارات برعاية مجموعة من العروض الشاطئية. مع كل هذه الفعاليات بالإضافة إلى تواجد عدد من اليخوت الفاخرة الأكثر شهرا في العالم. ستشهد دبي أسبوعا حافلا ومليئا بالنشاطات والمغامرات البحرية المثيرة. ختاما أشكركم جدا على تواجدكم معنا، وأضع لحضوركم في الأسبوع المقبل خلال الجولة الإعلامية يوم الثلاثاء 27 فبراير عند الساعة 9 صباحا. شكرا لكم والسلام عليكم.
Thank you. We will now hear from His Excellency Syed Harib.
Thank you. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بداية الشكر موصول للجميع والإعلاميين وعلى الكلمة الطيبة التي ذكرها الأخ ماهر، جزاك الله خير. نحن نكمل بعض. الشكر أيضا للإخوان المتحدثين الموجودين على هذه الطاولة. معرض اليخوت ليس بغريب وليس بجديد على دبي، ومنذ انطلاقته وحتى الآن قاعد يطور في الصناعات المحلية، وأيضا يطور في استجلاب أفضل العروض بالنسبة لليخوت. لين 2030 بيكون عندنا حقيقة منصة كبيرة جدا لمبيعات قد تصل إلى 3 تريليون. دولة الإمارات والحمد لله طبعا تميزت، والآن أصبحت من الدول المميزة سواء كمعرض أو كصناعة لليخوت أو كوكالة لمعظم اليخوت الموجودة على مستوى الدول. من معرض اليخوت انطلقت صناعات محلية تميزت حقيقة في العالم، وكان لها وجود وكان لها بصمة في الصناعات المحلية. طبعا سلطة الملاحة في هذا العام أحدثت ابتكارات جديدة ونظام جديد بالنسبة للخدمات، يعني تم تسهيل خدمات كثيرة، وهذا بسبب فضل أيضا المعرض. فلقينا الاشياء التعامل الذكي وتجميع دبي الافتراضي كما يشهد المعرض هذا العام، شهد ما قال ماهر العديد من الاشياء، وهناك اكثر من 43 اطلاقا عالميا واقليميا. سيبقى معرض اليخوت من المعارض التي ستترك بصمه، وخاصه هذا العام المعرض يقام على موقع جديد، على مدخل قناة مائية تميزت في أشياء كثيرة. وما ميز هذه القناة أيضا هناك جسر يسمى جسر التسامح، فهذا يؤكد أن دولة الإمارات دولة سعادة ودولة تسامح. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank all the media here and the people who attended us here. Here we see each other once a year. We don't meet all the time. That's the same for also the Dubai International Boat Show, because some of them just I met him once a year. Is right? Okay. The global ocean industry value added, as I said here, hit $3 trillion by 2030. I mean, that's a good value. over a quarter of the value and represented by marine and coastal tourism. The UAE placed 9th in the world as a super yacht, and production in the 2018 with a combined length more than 611 meters being manufactured in the Emirates. Dubai established itself leisure, sailing, and deep-rooted history. When we talking about deep-rooted history, I remember my grandfather is one of the leaders of the traditional ship from Dubai Harbor going to that place where they found the bear. At that time, they don't use any navigation system. Their navigation system, only they use the stars. And they reach the place every year. And they found the same place where they left it last year, same location. And easy to find it because every year they throw a cup of the glass or plate, and when they reach again, we'll say 200 miles from Dubai to that area, they found same things. So there we can say talent, and they use the stars. So the history is there, and just we link that history together with the boat show. Dubai always leading in the innovation, and this year Dubai International Boat Show innovation will be everywhere with the Dubai Maritime Authority. Will showcase the at least development the maritime sector, including smart customer, Dubai Maritime Intelligence, Sea Dubai, and Dubai Maritime Virtual Closer. In addition, we will have 43 global and regional launches as a major builder from across the global showcase location, most luxury yacht, including the 6 meter long is Chakra, and 72 meters seriously with a 50 Hazen rocket. And of course, I don't want to forget our local manufacturer. And really, every year we are proud what they are bring to the boat show. There's many of them, and many of them is a leading in the world. And I'm sure this year will they have something. I leave it up for the speaker because they can talk more than me about what they are bringing this year to the boat show. Boat show will see over this year we can see visitor more than 26,000 we expected. The area is bigger, the location is bigger, and I think so the people who complained before about car park, this year we're going to have more space of the car park as I can see it in the land. So there's no excuse for anyone not visit boat show. So please, I would like to invite all of them through the media. Boat show this year will be different, and with the location. And of course, within a couple of years here, or maybe 2 years, we would like to back again to our place where is Dubai Harbor, the new project, maybe after 2 years or 3 years. But Trixie might be helping about this information. In the end, I would like to thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We'll now hear from Mr. Greg Stiller.
Good morning. Can you hear me? Yeah, all right. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers and His Excellency Jانib for having us on this panel again. It's my 6th time since I took the helm at Arc Marine. As you all know, the Dubai International Boat Show, as far as we are concerned, whether we are local manufacturers or if we are in the segment of dealerships or other services, is for us the pinnacle in the region. And I call it sometimes the Mecca for the marine industry in the GCC. Dubai offering not only being a hub, a regional hub, but moreover having developed so many new properties on the seafront also creates many more destinations, and I would say a much better platform for the leisure yachting industry. And I see that ever increasing, and that is something that is obviously enhanced by the vision of the rulership. Other than that, we as dealership, rather than being manufacturers, which we of course highly respect and value, try to integrate as best as we can the specifications and the requirements for esteemed clientele. And the reason we are headquartered in Dubai lies in the fact that we are a regional dealership, but from here we can service all these territories in a much more efficient manner. And obviously, as being a hub, we have a reach into 6 territories at this point in time. This year at the Dubai Boat Show, which is very exciting for all of us, it's a new venue, it's a new location. I think it will be one of the best ever. It's also at the entrance of the new water canal, so a very exciting location, straight on the open sea. And we will be exhibiting and debuting 3 brand new models from 3 different brands. One will be a high-performance Pershing 70, there will be the new flybridge Ferretti Yacht 780, and last but not least, the first time in the GCC and Arab world introduction of the Riva 100, Musala 100, which has immense volumes compared to some of our own internal competitors. And again, we're looking forward to a successful boat show. It will be available throughout that period. We will also be hosting some sort of, what can we say, a lounge in complementary to the boat show, which will be held here at the Yacht Club. So we're very proud to be associated also here to the Bulgari Hotel and Resort. And I wish everybody a successful boat show. Thank you. العربي؟ مش عارف هقول لكم ايه، بس زي ما قلت بالانجليزي يعني. هو الدبي بوت شو اللي مهم بالنسبه لي، يعني مهم جدا، وانا افتكر يعني لو نقول في الدنيا كلها.
Very much. We'll now hand over to Mr. Erwin Babs. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't mind, I'll speak English today. 20 years in Dubai. No, good morning to all of you to a new site, a new press conference site. And people realized, still even not so long ago, that the whole boat show had moved internationally. And they came up to me and they said, is that a challenge? Is that not difficult to move a boat show that is so established, that is known to be taking place next to Dubai Marina, and move it to an entirely new location? I said, it's great news, because it's a sign that there's even more fun things to do in Dubai at the waterfront very soon. The Dubai Harbour coming up, the Dubai Canal is already in place. You're looking at the marina behind you, which is brand new. There's so much more creation of maritime destinations. So I can all but welcome this, because there are more fun things to do. We're just the provider of the toys, but not the experience. So we're looking forward to see the boat show growing, and this move will definitely show people who are visiting what is coming up in Dubai as new waterfront destinations. Also, people have walked up to me and asked me, I've never been to the Dubai Boat Show, one of those few people that are left out there, and why should I come? And I tell them, well, if you want to provide any services or products to the Middle East as a whole, in the maritime industry, you should come to the Dubai Boat Show. And if you are looking to see what the Middle East takes on yachting, on boating, what it has to offer to the world, you should come to the Dubai Boat Show. It's where you will find out how people enjoy boating in this part of the world. It brings the world to Dubai, it brings Dubai to the maritime world. And that's why Gulfcraft has grown with this venue, with this site, with this event. Why Gulfcraft has always launched the majority of its international releases at this show. So also this year, we're we're launching 3 complete new world premieres, including a super yacht. So there's some gloss out there, some shiny white, beautiful toys, and we're also bringing some new boats for families, for fishing enthusiasts. So a little bit of everything for everyone out there. We try to make sure nobody has an excuse not to go out to sea. We believe that Dubai is beautiful at the waterfront, but not only standing on the beach, but also looking at it from the water. We believe that Dubai has a great future as a yachting destination, as a yachting hub. We are, as a local success story, today 10 largest in the world in terms of super yacht construction. We have just started construction last year of our first mega yacht, and we're not showing it yet. But we are doing a full presentation at the show of how that is going to look like, and we invite you to come, and hopefully, together with you, a lot of other yachting enthusiasts. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now we'll hear from Mr. Sultan Al-Shari.
السلام عليكم. أبو محمد طبعا لا يعجز عن الهام لك المرة، لهالسبب بطلت اكتب الكلمات قبل لا، لأن ما شاء الله يعني كل الأفكار اللي بقولها اوريدي موجودة عندك، لكن بنطرحها يمكن بأسلوب ثاني. بالضبط. العنصر المشترك كل الأشخاص في القطاع البحري، مزيد من الناس يتعرفون عن القطاع البحري. ما نتكلم فقط عن القوارب أو يخوت أو رياضات أو صناعة أو تجارة، نتكلم على أسلوب حياة. ودائما كانت المؤشرات وجود عدد القوارب واليخوت في أي دولة من المؤشرات الأساسية اللي تبين الرفاهية، اللي تبين جودة الحياة الموجودة في هالدولة. وأظن الحمد لله دولة الإمارات كانت في مدة بسيطة جدا أن هي توفر أكبر عدد مواقف لليخوت وتفتح معها مجال كثير لهذه الصناعة. الحياة البحرية لها مميزات كثيرة، يعني هي تاريخها مثل ما ذكر أبو محمد من الغوص على جولو إلى اليوم اللي تمثل أحد أكبر الشركات العالمية في المضانة وفي الشحن وأيضا في الصناعات. وأيضا هي بوابتنا للعالم. اليوم أبو محمد أيضا ذكر جسر التسامح. التسامح هي أهم القيم لدولة الإمارات تحاول أن هي تصدرها للعالم وتقود العالم أيضا في التسامح عالميا. فاليوم أخذنا طبعا بالتوازي مع انطلاق معرض القوارب في شهر فبراير اللي هو شهر الابتكار في دولة الإمارات، وأيضا في عام زايد اللي هو يعني عام نفتخر فيه ونحمده، يعني اسم عزيز على قلبنا. فكرنا السنة نحن ناخذ الموضوع من زاوية أخرى. قررنا إن شاء الله في أثناء المعرض وبعد إطلاق أول مختبر للابتكار البحري، وبيكون مختبر عالمي غير ربحي. الفكرة الأساسية منه هي الموازنة أو التوجه العام لدولة الإمارات، وكون هذا القطاع من أهم القطاعات في دولة الإمارات يخدم أهداف التنمية المستدامة اللي هي أهداف الإنسانية بشكل عام. إن شاء الله المزيد من التفاصيل بنقدر نشارككم إياها بعد أثناء المعرض، بعد المعرض، وأيضا في البريس ريليز. I can switch to English because I see a lot of confused. As usual, I said I stopped writing my speeches before those events because I always wait for Mr. Said Har to inspire what I'm going to say. And he did reference all the keywords that I want to touch on this year. The common grounds between all of us in the marine industry is we want to bring more people to this industry. Not only as customers, not only as end users, but also as contributors. And this industry has grown and became one of the biggest successful indicators that shows the quality of lifestyle in the UAE, the wealth and prosperity of the UAE. But it also shows one of the biggest industries that helped shape the UAE from pearl diving, as Mr. Said mentioned, until today we're talking about shipping, manufacturing, and biggest companies in the world now are referenced with Dubai ports. And I think this also takes us beyond the UAE. And this is why this year we are launching, because boat show is coming in the Innovation Month, in the year of Zayed. We are launching an innovation lab that's going to be not-for-profit and is going to contribute and help gather as much resources around the region to contribute to one of the United Nations' most important sustainable development goals, goal number 14, which is all about life below water. We're talking about the oceans, the marines, and the resources. And we hope that it will also help us all work together under a new and different umbrella, where we're not looking at only one aspect of the maritime industry, we're looking at all aspects of it. It's always nice, even though I see Mr. Said every day, by the way. He says I see him every year, but I have him on Instagram and you should follow him. Inspiration quotes every day in the morning. I think you go. And of course, we look forward to seeing you all, and we would wish that you guys would be our ambassadors in delivering this message. The Dubai Boat Show is not the result of one person. It's the result of all of us, including the media, who's one of the biggest stakeholders. Thank you very much, and wish you will enjoy this boat show.
Thank you, Mr. Al-Shari. And finally, a few words from Tracy Longman.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to keep this really short. I think our guests here have already covered most points. But just very importantly, I just want to say a very big thank you to my team. I don't think you see them; it was quite invisible. Moving from DINC, where that has been home for us for so many years, and moving to a totally brand new site that has nothing. I want to emphasize this zero infrastructure, whether it's on land, whether it's on the water. And we have to transform this to be one of the biggest boat shows in the world. So I want to give credit to the team for working really hard to bring the international companies in, the suppliers as well, who's working day and night, through the night, to get the event up and running, and to continuously assist us as we relocate. So we're very excited that we've moved here, and of course in 2 years' time, in 2020, we're looking forward to more change, moving on to Dubai Harbour. I don't think there's any one city in the world that is so committed and so intent on promoting the whole marine lifestyle like Dubai. We have the blue waters coming up, we have Dubai Harbour, where it's going to be home for us, another 1,400 berths, a big berthing space for super yachts. We have the marinas, Mina Rashid, the marinas project coming up as well. Tremendous, and of course, we're talking about beach clubs. So many beach clubs have come up. St. Regis was just announced on the Palm in the last few days. And as we strive as a boat show to become not just a place where you come to see boats, but into a lifestyle event, which is what Dubai is all about, creating the water living, the seafaring lifestyle. We're very excited that we're partnering with Nikki Beach this year, and they'll be having a whole week of celebrating live activation at the show. And again, as we move towards having the 1.5 billion worth of boats at the show, from the 86 meters to the smallest one that is affordable to Bokruk from Netherlands, I think he's the #1 flyboard champion. So again, we're already on Instagram, we have a lot of interest already, people already asking where, what, who, how. So we definitely want the media to help us promote this new location and the event as part of the larger ambition of Dubai and our colleagues here to promote this as a yachting destination, as an amazing maritime and marine lifestyle destination. So just on that note, again, innovation, I want to emphasize, no industry is spared from innovation. With Dubai going on the 10x mission and the end of government summit. And even as we run Gulf Food now, I think all of you know Gulf Food is running at Trade Center, so that's the largest food show for us in the world. And we're very delighted that it's running at the same time now in Trade Center. So looking at the calendar, it's back to back what we're all doing, for Dubai's innovative pursuit. So we're gonna have I think a very luxurious submersible designed by Aston Martin. We're gonna have an electric catamaran. It's always for people who want to get fit, but yet maybe take a break out in the sea and not really move too much. We have motorized stuff coming up. So very interesting things. We hope you can come and discover, but very importantly as the media, You are the bridge to the community for us. So we hope you can really carry this news, so that together and collectively we can do a lot to promote, our ultimate mission to put Dubai on the world map as a global yachting destination. Thank you very much for your support.
Thank you, Trixie. We've now got time for just a couple of quick questions from the floor. So if you want to ask a question, if I ask you to raise your hand and state which publication you're from.
Hi there, Ed from Gulf News. I just wondered, from some of the manufacturers, if you could give me your outlook on yacht sales in the Middle East and whether you see a decline similar to Europe and America.
I'm the manufacturer. We didn't see a decline in Europe at the moment for us. This one note. Secondly, I see more of a shift in the region rather than an increase or a decline in some particular sizes. For instance, we have moved to mega yacht construction because we've seen increasing demand for larger yachts. We are launching a couple of new small boat models because we also see the Dubai Canal and a number of other developments along the coastline. Definitely this beach combering, these people going out for an afternoon stroll almost with the boats increasing again. And of course, we're not looking at Dubai only with this show. We're looking at what's happening in Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, around Musandam, where there's beautiful waters and a lot more yachting going on at the moment. So we see this really as a regional show that is pulling people only from the Maldives. We have about 50 visitors confirmed from the Maldives. We have people coming in from India, Africa. So for us, we're quite upbeat because in the larger circle around Dubai, which is the zone addressed here in this show, yachting is still an emerging pastime, and we see a long-term growth for it.
So you're confident that there's the excess liquidity in the market to sustain?
Yep. And the excess need for enjoyment and excitement on the water. It is about money, but it is also about having marinas available and knowing that this is there to do. There's a lot of people who have not even explored boating and yachting as such, and we want to invite them to do so. It doesn't have to be super yacht as your first boat.
Thank you.
Actually, I'd like to add, actually, being a dealership, but we do represent some of the best brands in the world, and our business model is slightly different. So we cater really for the ultimate high net worth individuals. However, outlook, Steve, you know very well that the market always has rumors here and there, but at the end of the day, I think it's not beyond sustainability. I think it's actually growing. And don't forget that the yachting industry is cyclical. So everybody who buys a boat from you today might not be your future prospect, but within 3 or 4 or 5 years, they become your prospect or client again. So it turns over and over again. And just to give you an example, last year, believe it or not, and we introduced Mega only 4 years ago, we were #1 dealer worldwide with almost 1/3 of their production. Not in number of units, but in monetary value. And the same was for custom lines. So we delivered a couple of big vessels in the region. And this year around, our budget is 53 million euros order intake. So that's not small.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry that some of the panelists have to be elsewhere for other appointments. I'm afraid that was the last question, but we will be opening up for one-on-one interviews after this finishes. Before we go, I'd also like to extend an invitation to you all to attend our media walk. It's taking place on the first day of the show, Tuesday the 27th of February at 9 AM. We'll issue the invites in due course, and we look forward to seeing you at our new temporary location at Dubai Canal.
Thank you.